everyone. I'm Robin Leon with the Au Pair in America team, and I'm here with one of our amazing host moms. Sarah, would you mind to introduce yourself?
My name is Sarah Merriam. I am a five-time, soon to be six-time host mom. I am based in the New England area, and I'm super passionate about cultural exchange. This program has changed my life. It's changed my kids' lives.
We love hearing those stories of cultural exchange and families who really understand the spirit of the program and continue to welcome au pairs year after year. So we appreciate you being in the program and we appreciate you joining us today. So our focus today is on the rising cost of childcare, specifically in your area. So can you talk a little bit about the cost of childcare that you're seeing in the New England area currently?
Definitely. Robin, the cost of childcare in New England, this is an absolute stressor. And I have to say, every time we go through the school year and we kind of sit down and look at where the kids need to be, what their needs are, and what we're going to do for childcare, I have to be honest, I always come back to this program. And I do that for two reasons, because I think it's not just about how much childcare costs, but it's about the stress and the reliability. And so those two things, really, this program really helps give peace of mind because you always know you've got reliable, wonderful, loving childcare in your house. And cost wise, it just makes so much more sense. So you get this kind of like stability and benefit with your kind of changing needs as a family week to week. And then you also get this like amazing big sister, awesome daughter, roommate living in your house, making you laugh, cooking dinner together. It's really, really special.
I love the big sister role model component of the program. And you touched on so many other important pieces, the flexibility, the accessibility. I also wanted to ask you about availability. Do you get the impression that other forms of childcare have limited availability? Are you hearing about wait lists in your area?
Yeah, you ask a good question about availability. And I think just as a mom who needs childcare, I work professionally, as does the kid's dad, and it's really a challenge. It has been ongoing. Started when my kids were babies and in daycare. Honestly, I'd have to be on 5 or 6 waiting lists at a time. And then when there was an opening, it wouldn't be for 5 days. So I'd have to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to slot the baby here, the toddler here, and then come up with additional childcare for 2 or 3 or 4 days when daycare wasn't available. So that's been tough. And I think we live in a great neighborhood. I've got some awesome high schoolers who live near me. But I think the challenge I found with that is they have their own lives. They're in National Honor Society, they're rowing, they're doing cheerleading and track. And so they have things going on. And so every time we would need a babysitter or someone to pick the kids up off the bus, it would be making 5 or 6 calls, and everyone's kind of busy with their own lives. So I think those have been some of the major stressors in terms of who we're going to find, who is consistent and reliable. Daycare obviously is the issue, and then just the cost of what professional nannies want. I mean,
I keep hearing logistical challenges from you and from other families that we've talked to, right? Like, who has the time to make those 6 or 8 phone calls trying to get the babysitter? It sounds like you have to be on multiple wait lists to maybe get access to
yeah.
2 days a week at a daycare center. So it sounds like childcare is hard to find, and you touched on the affordability aspect of it all. So I wanted to ask you a little bit more specifically about that. For folks who aren't aware, the cost of hosting an au pair is per family, not per child. Can you talk a little bit about how that played into your decision-making process? And is that comparable to other childcare in your area?
Yeah, so the cost of childcare per child versus per family is super relevant. And I've always really wanted to do this program. When I had my first child, I told my husband at the time, like, I really, really want no pair. And he's like, it doesn't make sense until we've got two. So the minute I was pregnant with my second, I'm like, I'm holding you to your promise. We're doing this program. And it did save a significant amount of money just with two in daycare. I want to say, I mean, at the time it might have been like $15,000 to $20,000 in difference. But that you think maybe when they get to school, you can kind of let go of the program. But the reality is it's not true, Robin. I just looked for the kids starting this year, and it was $185 per kid just for after school. So it was $370 a week. And that would mean I'd still have to make, the kids' school is 30 minutes away. I'd still have to do an hour round trip drive, and they wouldn't be able to be involved in any of their after school activities. 370 a week doesn't cover me on summers, doesn't cover me on days that school's out. And an au pair stipend is significantly less than that. And it doesn't give you all the flexibility, the reliability. So it's really a no-brainer. I do go back every year to kind of reevaluate, but truly, this program is the one that gives you peace of mind. It's so much more affordable than just what is, out there in New England. And plus, it's like an amazing experience to have this awesome, loving, fun human in your house, loving your family. You're learning about their culture, they're learning about you. Fun fact, my family just made sushi for the first time last night. My Polish au pair learned how to use chopsticks and ate sushi for the first time. It was amazing.
Moments of cultural exchange. We love it. And I also love hearing that you do the research year after year and you return to the au pair program year after year. That's great to hear.
I do. And honestly, like my girlfriends, I'm one of my only girlfriends that has an au pair. I have a couple that do. But the ones that don't, my girlfriend said her nanny kind of let her know when she was supposed to arrive for her shift that, oh, she was on vacation that week and couldn't be doing her shift, but didn't give her the heads up before or get approval for that. And so my girlfriend, she's an attorney, husband's a surgeon, um, they just didn't have childcare for the week. And so
Oh,
it's those types of things that I'm like, as a working mom, I just can't deal with the stress of that. So
yeah. Well, we are so happy that you have found the au pair program to be dependable, flexible, affordable, and above all, an amazing cultural exchange experience. Thanks so much, Sarah.
thanks, Robin. Love chatting with you.